Hello, guys. Hei5man here, and welcome. Well, it's not a watch along. So I had um, the light show at St. Armand Circle last night with my dogs and my wife, so I was not able to catch the show. But we're gonna do something a little different tonight. So I have a transcript here from WrestleView, thanks to them. So I'm gonna go over the entire show, my thoughts on every single segment. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And I hope everyone's having a good Saturday night. So they were in Minneapolis last night, and a week from today, actually, is going to be Saturday night's main event where we will see Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. We had some of that portrayed tonight at the end of the show. Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes. We did not see Roman Reigns. We did not see Jay Uso or Sami Zayn. Obviously, they're on Raw. We did see the new Bloodline after all, so I'm going to go over the transcript here again. This is from Rest of You, so shout out to them. Thank you for this. So, live in the arena, we see Apollo Crews enter the arena and him getting shoved by Solo Sikoa. So, Apollo Crews is going through security, and Solo Sikoa's like, get out of my way. And after I saw the highlights, so after, Solo shoved Apollo Crews, is like, hey man, what's going on? And then Jacob Fatu starts wailing on Apollo Crews. So, Jacob Fatu hits him with a super kick and in comes security, and Jacob Fatu ends up taking them all out. So then, um, Tangaloa, I believe, they're wailing on the security, and they're like, Solo's looking all damper, and they'll come into play later on in the show. And the way they went about how the new bloodline came into the whole show was it was different. I'll get into that. So out comes WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes to an all up pop from the crowd, and he asks the crowd, "What do you want to talk about?" Cody talks about Saturday Night's main event, his match against Kevin Owens, and he's talking. And as he's talking, the American Maid's music hits, and they come out. So people are wondering, Chad Gable? Well, he's on Raw, and WWE explains what's going on. So apparently, with WWE Raw going to Netflix in January, WWE is starting to do this thing called a trade shift. I believe it's starting in January, where NXT, SmackDown, and Raw are going to be trading between shows. This is all in favor for Raw getting the best deal. Obviously, for Raw being on Netflix, they want to be the A show. They want to be the show that the top stars are going to be there. So people that do have a Netflix account can tune in and say, "Oh, I remember CM Punk," or "I remember The Rock. I remember this person, that person. Oh, Roman Reigns. I've heard of him." So that's what WWE is doing right now. Plus, the rumor is SmackDown's going to 3 hours, so they need to bulk up that show as well. NXT, I believe, is going to be 2 hours. So Chad Gable says that the transfer window is about to open and how he might be joining SmackDown. Gable says he's in his hometown of Minnesota, and he knows the people. The people in Minnesota are a little bit simple-minded. He said he speaks in truth to everyone. He gets in the ring with American Made on the outside and tells Cody that when he first came back to WWE, he was the beacon of inspiration to him. He wanted to be the workhorse, a champion, but dressing the part is easy. He can do that, but what's not easy is being a good friend, a loyal friend like Kevin Owens. That that hit Cody pretty bad. Obviously, we all know the story between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, and it all started when Cody Rhodes, uh, became, buddy buddy. I wouldn't say buddy buddy, but he teamed with Roman Reigns against the Bloodline during Bad Blood. The Rock came out 1, 2, 3 / we still don't know what that means, and that's when this whole thing started. Randy Orton was like, I'll handle Kevin Owens. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens, out of frustration, takes out Randy Orton with a pile driver, a move that was been banned for 20 years. So, that is still boiling. Last week we had, or I believe it was 2 weeks ago, we had that great promo segment back to back with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes saying, "Kevin, you know, say this is all my fault, but it's mostly your fault. And Cody Rhodes doesn't want to take the blame for anything that's going on. Kevin Owens basically rebuttals and says, "I've been fighting with the with Roman Reigns and his pals for the past 2-3 years, and you all of a sudden you come walking in, and you want to tag with him so he can get rid of his new bloodline and get his Olafala back. Anyway, Gable tells Cody that he knows about bad friends like Otis and the American Alpha. He says Otis left him high and dry, the same way Cody left Owens high and dry, and Cody is a bad friend. But he also found out that Cody is the definition of superficial. Cody laughs and tells him that all Cody thinks about is what everyone thinks about for Cody Rhodes. Gable says Cody even went as far as a team with Roman Reigns, and he would never do that. Gable tells him what Cody has what's coming to him, and he deserves it. Cody looks to the crowd and asks them if they will be his friend, and the fans cheered. Cody says that he's disappointed that is Gable that is spewing that all. He says he sees a lot of himself in Gable. Cody says Gable was Shorty G. Change Shorty G. Shorty G. Cody says Shorty G is looking at Stardust. Cody's once Stardust. We all remember that. And he knows all about what Gable's going through. Rhodes says Gable has a lot to lose because of what happened when Gable fails again. If Cody learned anything from WrestleMania 39 is that he could only look in the mirror from what happened, where you go from the end game and you don't get it. Gable says he's supposed to be the leader for his group. What will happen if he fails? Gable cut him off and said if he didn't have his suit on, he'd whoop Cody's ass. Cody then stopped him and asked if he would do what? Cody tells him to talk to Nick Aldis and get him one-on-one match with him tonight. Cody says he has Kevin Owens on his mind, and that is not good for him. Cody then drops some mic. His music hits, and he goes back. So we have Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, and Piper Niven in the mix. Now, I don't know. I mean, obviously, they're trying to figure out who attacked Jade Cargill. That's the whole story here, going with Bianca Belair. From what I saw, when the camera was shooting on Jade Cargill at the in the freight truck area with the car, I did see Piper Niven in frame. She was walking away from the incident. No one's picked up on that. Just give you guys a little tidbit there. So we cut backstage and see Naomi talking with Bianca Belair. Naomi tells her that she will have to get through her match first. She walks away. In comes Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Chelsea tells Bianca that she must be revealed now that WarGames is over because she can now focus on Cargill. Now, mind you, Bianca Belair has some kinesio tape on her ribs. So Piper calls out Bianca, and Bianca hits her in the face, but they double team and take Bianca down, hitting her in the ribs, so she goes down pretty hard. So then we have the triple threat match for the Women's United States Championship tournament. Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez. Tiffany Stratton won this match. A lot of people thought Naomi would win, but Tiffany, obviously being from Minnesota, Triple H gave her the win. And Tiffany Stratton not only has Miss Money in the Bank, but she is one step closer to achieving the United States Championship. So then we cut back to Byron Saxton, and we see Nick Aldis with the Street Profits, but the Street Profits are down injured. Who did that? So we have two attack incidents. I feel that it was, and I'll get to these guys, it was DIY. Because as we'll see a little bit later, they both played possum with Motor City Machine Guns. And I will get to that within the segment. So Aldis said they need medical attention, and he runs into the Motor City Machine Gun. He tells that the Street Profits are hurt and cannot compete. In comes Johnny Gargano. And he says that DIY can step in for the match tonight, and the champions agree to have the match. We cut back to the ring, and out comes Bianca Belair for her match against Piper Niven. Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green. So, who won that match? Bianca Belair. So let's see what happened here. She runs, so Piper Niven runs towards Bianca Belair, but Bianca hits her with a spine buster. Bianca runs into the ropes. Bianca picks up and hits her with a power bomb. So Chelsea runs into the ring, it seems, trying to help Piper Niven, but that doesn't help. So Bianca Belair wins that match. So then we get back. So then we cut to a video package of Shinka Nakamura winning the United States Championship. So then we see Bianca Belair walking backstage. Dominic Mysterio is in the background talking to Nick Aldis. Naomi tells Bianca it feels good to get her hands on Piper. Bianca tells her, but she saw her match earlier and says she's sorry. In comes Byron Saxton, and Nick tells Bianca that he saw Niven sitting at Gorilla 2 weeks ago, and she did not attack Jade Cargill. Jade. Bianca tells her that she didn't know who did it, but when she finds out, it's over. Now, interesting. So he saw Niven sitting Gorilla 2 weeks ago, and she did not know. That's what Byron Saxton said. So it wasn't Piper Niven. I guess from what I saw, the person I had camera cut too quickly. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't Piper Niven. Maybe it was another superstar. WWE could go the 2002 route. I was fortunate enough to be in the crowd in Baltimore when Shawn Michaels was on screen, obviously selling the attack. Triple H was in the middle of the ring. Him telling Shawn, whoever hit you, whoever attacked you in the parking lot, I'm going to find him. Shawn Michaels goes, well, it just so happens that we do have some security footage. Let's play that. It was Triple H all along. He's like, you're damn right it was me, Shawn. Could we be seeing Bianca Belair that attacked Jade Cargill? Meanwhile, Bianca Belair is playing the good guy, good woman, I should say, and say, hey, who attacked Jade? I'm gonna find him. Meanwhile, it was her all the time, or all along. So we'll see what happens. So Shinka Nakamura. So we're getting into a Shinsuke and LA Knight segment here. So Shinsuke Nakamura's music hits, and out comes the new United States Championship to the ring. As Nakamura is in the ring, LA Knight comes out. He says, let me talk to you. And the megastar is in the building. LA Knight tells Nakamura that he is the sorriest example of a United States champion. He just tells Nakamura that he's not the real deal. And the real deal is looking him right in the face. And he's holding something that belongs to him. LA Knight tells him he wants his rematch, and he wants it now. LA Knight gets in the ring, and he says he will get what he wants. And then, all of a sudden, Andrade's music hits. He comes out. Andrade begins to talk, but LA Knight cuts him off. He says Nakamura is in debt, and he's here to collect it. Andrade gets on the rope apron, but Tama Tonga trips him up. Jacob Fatu gets in the ring, and he attacks LA Knight from behind. Solo gets on the ring apron, and he looks at Nakamura, but Nakamura begins to let out some black mist. The Bloodline look at Nakamura, and he gets back out of the ring. So again, WWE did something different here. Kind of like when the New Bloodline infiltrated the WWE Tag Team match after Attack DIY. I believe they attacked them, and then Murder City Machine Guns beat DIY? No, they beat. I'm losing weeks here, but I'm confusing my weeks here. But I do recall that the New Bloodline, they attacked after the tag team match, so they're infiltrating in different segments, which is different. We don't usually we usually see the New Bloodline in a segment, and their segment only, and then they cut to something else. Meanwhile, these guys are intertwining into stuff, which is it's different. I like it. So the fans chant OTC when Solo gives out his orders. LA Knight gets back to his feet. Solo hits Andrade and Knight with a Samoan spike, while 2 puts the Olafala around Solo's neck. Solo tells them that for anyone who thinks that the bloodline is finished or weak, he dares them to show up. He says that what will happen if you do, and the bloodline will take out your ass every single time. He says he is tired of people not taking him seriously, of people thinking that he is a joke. Solo says he's still the tribal chief. Fans boo. Solo says that he is still ahead of the table. He still has the Olafala. He says everyone will acknowledge him. Solo drops the mic, and the bloodline raises their fists in the air, and the music hits. Now, obviously, Roman wasn't there tonight, so where is this story going? Obviously, the new bloodline wants to tell the fans that they're still a threat, even though they lost the WarGames match. The story now is, what is the favor that CM Punk asked of Paul Heyman now that the old bloodline beat the new bloodline in WarGames? What is that favor? We might find out next Friday. I don't know when we're gonna find out, but we're gonna find out soon enough. Is when we start seeing Roman on SmackDown. I think WWE is gonna get into that. My guess is next Friday, which would be nice. So then DIY is backstage. We cut backstage, and DIY are preparing. Ciampa tells Gargano that he didn't forget what he told him last week, and he still did not get an answer from last week. A pre-aired video of Kevin Owens is in his car airs. A preempted video of Kevin Owens in his car. So Kevin Owens cutting a promo in his rental car. He says it sucks when Michael Cole has to interview. He says if Cole wants to interview him, that's fine, but he won't show up. And if Cole wants to interview him, Cole has to come outside to the outside of the arena where he will be in his car, obviously. Kevin Owens not allowed in the building because of what he did to Cody Rhodes and the threat that he has to Cody Rhodes because of the sheer chaos and almost psychopathic rage that Kevin Owens brings to Cody Rhodes, and management won't allow that. So, WWE Tag Team Championship match, Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. The reason why Kevin Owens is such enraged with Cody Rhodes told Kevin Owens a couple weeks ago, that beautiful promo between the two. That's why Cody Rhodes says, Kevin, look in the mirror. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. Kevin's like, no. So, versus Machine Guns versus DIY. So we're gonna skip here. So, Ciampa argues with Gargano and pushes him. So this is a good place to start. Obviously, we've seen Gargano and Ciampa having their differences. Tommaso pushing Ciampa a couple times. Tommaso pushing Johnny Gargano a couple weeks ago, and then last week, Ciampa wants the gold. They're arguing. As fans, we think Tommaso Ciampa is going heel against Johnny Gargano. So, Gargano pushes Ciampa, and Ciampa tells him DIY is dead, and Gargano tells him he will do it himself. This is during the match. Saban's tagged in. Tommaso Ciampa grabs a chair and gets into the ring. The ref gets distracted by this, and then Gargano low blows Saban. Obviously, Gargano is friends with Saban and the other guy, the Motor City Machine Gun. So they're confused. They're like, what's going on? So the referee does not see this. Alex looks at Gargano, and Gargano hits him with a super kick. Gargano laughs, and Ciampa tags in. DIY hits them with meat in the middle, and then Gargano goes for the, or Ciampa goes for the cover, and he gets the pin. So DIY is your new WWE Tag Team Champions. They were playing Cosmo the whole time. So the whole, you know, dishonesty between Gargano and Ciampa, the whole pushing, the whole arguing, looks like it was all a setup for them to get the gold. So are they both going heel? I believe so. Were they the ones that attacked the Street Profits earlier for them to get this match? I think so. I think so. And then we cut back to DIY with Candice LeRae celebrating the Tag Team Champions. Tag Team title win. As they're celebrating, we see Michael Cole come into the camera frame. So Michael Cole walks outside, goes to Kevin Owens' car. Kevin Owens tells him to get in his car. Owens tells Michael Cole that he cannot do this in an unbiased interview, with him being Cody One's #1 fanboy. Owens says Cody left in 2016, but he didn't. But Owens didn't. He stayed. Cole said it's not just about Cody. He tells him that the Usos and even Sami Zayn thought it was a good idea to help Cody. Cody tells Owens that he has a problem, and Owens gets angry, and he tells him to get out of his car, and Owens drives off. Yeah, Cole tells Owens maybe you should look in the mirror, and that's you again. Kevin says, yeah, obviously we'll see how this whole thing plays out next Saturday. But I have a feeling that, I mean, a couple weeks ago we saw Kevin Owens with the shirt that said Kevin is right. Is he right? Of course. I mean, this guy went to war with the bloodline. Him and Sami, they beat the Usos at WrestleMania 39 for the Tag Team Championships. Meanwhile, Michael Cole mentioned Sami Zayn here. So Owens then says, we'll cross that bridge with Sami when we get to it. Obviously, we know the, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens history with their amazing feuds. Could we see another one? Possibly. But this is all leading up to next Saturday night's main event. Obviously, next Friday, we'll see what happens with this interview going into next week. So then we cut back to Nick Aldis is shaking Gunther's hand. Why is Gunther on Raw? Obviously, whole, trade thing. Why not? Yes. So in comes Carmelo Hayes, and he asks him what's up. Hayes tells him he needs to figure out where he fits in, because if he can't, he will go to Raw on Netflix. Aldis tells Hayes that if he's going to go to Raw and become Adam Pearce's headache, that is the thing to celebrate, and he walks away. So then the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable with American Made. So Cody Rhodes wins here. So Cody goes for a clothesline onto Gable, but Gable ducks, and he chops Cody's leg. Now, mind you, Cody has a bad ankle. They're selling the ankle here. So Gable removes Cody's boot and gets him in the ankle lock, but Cody drags Gable and kicks him face first onto the turnbuckle. Cody climbs to the top rope and he lands the Cody cutter. He drags Gable and goes from the crossroads, but Gable reverses it and gets Shim in the ankle lock, but Cody makes it to the ropes. Gable lands a German suplex. He goes to the top rope and goes for a moonsault. Cody moves out of the way. Gable lands on his feet, and Cody hits him with the Cody collar all in one fluid motion. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. Cody Rhodes wins. After the match, Kevin Owens gets into the ring after the match, and and he steps on Cody's foot. But out comes the WWE officials trying to break it up. Cody's in one corner and Owens in the other, but Cody jumps over everybody and begins hitting Owens. He throws Owens to the outside, and he lands a suicide dive onto Owens. Both men fight as WWE officials try to break it up, and SmackDown goes off the air. So that's SmackDown. Obviously it was kind of obviously the after show to Survivor Series WarGames. Nothing really happened on this show. It's all leading up to Saturday night's main event next Saturday. It's all leading up to that Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes match. And I have a heavy suspicion that Randy Orton will be at the show. He will interfere after the match. I feel like Cody's going to retain his title. Randy Orton is going to come back. He's going to RKO. He's going to RKO Cody Rhodes because remember, guys, Orton's hurt. Orton's in the hospital. Or he's home recovering. He's watching everything that's happening on SmackDown. He's watching all the interviews. He's listening to what Cody is telling Kevin. He's listening to what Kevin is telling Cody. He's probably looking at the shirt that said Kevin Owens is right. The shirt that he wore a couple weeks ago. He's pondering it and saying, you know what, maybe Kevin's right. And then next Saturday, we're going to get that RKO from Randy Orton to Cody Rhodes. And their feud's going to be off and running. We're going to see Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. You know, we all know the amazing history behind those guys. Legacy 2009. That was the best Orton has ever been in his entire career, I feel. So, and then obviously next Friday we're going to get into the United States Championship tournament. What's going to happen with that? So I believe it's Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley. Not sure. All we know is Tiffany Stratton won tonight, so she is dangerously close to being the United States champion. And she's missed Money in the Bank, but a lot of people want Chelsea Green to be the champion. I think WWE is going to give her that. As far as the trades go, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, it's going to be interesting, especially with NXT in the mix. NXT stars going to Raw or SmackDown. That'd be pretty cool. Shinka Nakamura, what happened with that whole segment, obviously with the new bloodline getting involved, we really didn't see what transpired. Obviously, Andrade came out. You know, will it be a triple threat match? You know, Andrade came out for a reason. He just didn't get out there. I mean, he had the best of 7 with Carmelo Hayes. Great 7 match. Will he be in the mix for the United States Championship? Will there be a triple threat match at Saturday night's main event, or will they wait until the January 24th Saturday night's main event? Who knows? Obviously, with the old bloodline winning against the new bloodline at Survivor Series, you know, you got the old bloodline winning. Obviously, people don't want to take the new bloodline seriously anymore because they lost to Roman Reigns and crew. But after tonight, what Solo Sikoa was saying is that, you know what? I'm sick and tired of people treating us as a joke. All because we won the WarGames, you think we're going away? You will still acknowledge us because I still have the Ula follow. Now remember, actually, we do know now. I feel personally that it was Drew McIntyre that attacked Jey Uso last week. Did the new bloodline assemble Drew McIntyre, gave him, a little settlement and say, hey, take care of this for us? Did the new bloodline tell Drew McIntyre, hey, take out these guys for us? We'll see. I mean, with this whole trade stuff, going on, like one show took, even though superstars are on other shows, doesn't mean they don't talk in the background. Was something said? Was something said to Drew? Hey, you know, they bring this guy Punk, in for War Games. He helps, Roman Reigns defeat us, make us look weak, even though we're not. I know how much you hate Punk. Why don't we help each other out? Drew McIntyre takes up Sami Zayn and Jey Uso with the new bloodline, helping, giving him the okay. We'll see. I mean, this could all intertwine for Raw, which last week's Raw was great. I'm really excited to see what's going on for this week's Raw. Obviously, we have next week for SmackDown, and then Saturday night's main event next Saturday. Should be great, but that's it for me, guys. Sorry it wasn't a watch along. Obviously, I had my duties last night with the tree lighting. It was great, but I'm glad I could get this footage out there. We went over SmackDown through transcript. Thanks to WrestleView.com for that. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And that was my SmackDown review. Obviously, I will be back Monday Night Raw with the watch along. I may or may not cover Dynamite, but I have a feeling that I'm going to cover Christmas Collision and Dynamite. I believe it'll be on the 22nd. It'll be on a Sunday. I don't know if it's going to be on Christmas Day. Obviously, being at the Hammerstein Ballroom, such an iconic venue for wrestling. So I will be covering Christmas Collision. So stay tuned for that for your sub boxes. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. I do shorts. I do watch alongs. And then next Thursday, not wrestling related, but it's the annual Video Game Awards. This is going to be the 10th anniversary of the Video Game Awards. A lot going on, especially with PlayStation's 30th anniversary. Will PlayStation show up and show some new games? Will Xbox be there? Will we see new games? Will we see new hardware from Xbox? Will we see new hardware from PlayStation? Will Nintendo be there? All very exciting. All very exciting. I'm very excited to see what the Video Game Awards will be next Thursday night. That's at 7:30 p.m. I will have the whole show propped up for you guys, and you will see my immediate reaction. Should be fun. Again, I will be here Monday for Raw. Maybe Dynamite. Thursday for Video Game Awards. I'm very excited for it. Friday night, watch along. Saturday night's main event. Should be another good week of wrestling content. But that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed my SmackDown review. And have a good rest of your week. Hei5man out.